Well, things are just peachy today. As we welcome back Jenna Coles to the Midday cooking set. It is so good to see you.
It's so good to be back. It's been a long time.
And you've grown a lot.
Just a little bit.
She's taller than me now. People that have been watching our show for, you know, the past 6-7 years or so that you've been coming on to cook with us have seen you just get a little bit taller every time you're here.
A little bit.
You've got some great fresh peaches today from Jackson's Orchard, popular place to be right now. What are we making?
The first thing that we're gonna make is peach cobbler muffins. My grandpa has one of the most amazing peach cobbler recipes ever, but no matter how many times I try, I can never recreate it to his standards, but these peach cobbler muffins are pretty darn close.
So it's your own variation then on
It is. We have 1.5 cup of flour.
Okay.
And then we have 2/3 a cup of sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. And we're just gonna sift this together in our bowl to make sure we don't have any lumps.
Oh, is that why we use a sifter?
It is. It's so we don't have lumpy muffins. That way when you bite into the muffin, you get the peach flavor, you get the sweetness, you don't get a lump of flour.
Right.
I don't think anybody wants a lump of flour when they bite into a delicious muffin.
No, so use that sifter. Don't try to take a shortcut. That's a
very
good
important
tool.
step.
Yes, to have in your kitchen.
And here we have 2 cups of peaches, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of divide it a little bit. We wanna save some to put on top of the muffins.
Okay.
So we're gonna put about 1.5 cup, 1 3/4 into the flour. That way we have some extra when we put it on top of the muffins.
And did you include the skin or the peel on the peach?
I did not on these. I took it off. That way we don't have like the peach fuzz. I don't mind it, but some people do. So you just take it off, trying to please everybody.
See, I think that seems kind of difficult to get that off there.
It is, but once you get the hang of it and you get it going, it's kind of like a rhythm. We're gonna stir the peaches in the flour. That way they all don't sink to the bottom when we're trying to put them in our muffin tins. And they all get coated in flour and then they will get mixed into the batter nicely.
Looking good so far. Now our wet ingredients.
Yes, we have 1/2 cup of milk and 1/4 cup of oil, and I'm gonna pour it in here. And then 1 egg. I don't know if it's gonna fit. We're gonna see.
Perfect.
Perfect. We've got a whisk, a little tiny whisk to fit in here and just mix it up.
She has the best kitchen. I'm gonna call them kitchen accessories.
I like little things. I like mini anything. And this works perfect. Just fits in here and then you pour it in to our batter. Set it aside and just mix it up. And it's simple as that.
You're just going to use the spatula. You don't need to use an electric mixer.
You don't, because you don't want to like beat the peaches up. You don't want to get them all nice and fine. You want them nice peach chunks. That way when you bite into the muffin, you get peaches and you don't have like the little tiny essence of a peach. You want the full peach flavor.
They are so flavorful.
They are, especially if you get them from Jackson's, because they have amazing peaches. I've been eating Jackson's peaches since forever.
You were raised on Jackson's peaches.
I was. All right, now that we've got that all mixed up, we're going to get our muffin tin over here. I just have 12 muffin liners. I'm gonna take this cookie scoop and just scoop the batter into the muffin liner.
And that liner is going to be great to help you just pop them right out of the tin and then also to serve them.
It is, and as we have them up here, we've got them in the muffin liner. You can just take it, unwrap it, and enjoy your peach cobbler muffin.
They look great. How long are you going to bake them?
You're gonna bake them at 350 degrees for about 20 minutes. But before you do that, what you're gonna do is you're gonna bake them for 5 minutes. Once they've come out, you're gonna top them with the crumble. That way, if you bake them for 5 minutes, the crumble won't sink in and you won't have a hole in the muffin. It'll stay as its shape, and then you can enjoy your crumble on top of the muffin.
Yes, looks good. Is this some sugar and stuff?
It is. It's got 1/2 cup, no, not 1/2 cup, 1/4 cup of flour, 1/4 cup of sugar, a pinch of cinnamon, and 3 tablespoons of butter. And I just use a pastry mixer to cut it all together. And then you have this beautiful crumble here, and you're gonna top it on top of your muffins once they have baked for 5 minutes at a 350-degree oven.
They are lovely. We've got more to come with Jenna Coles. She's Jenna's Kitchen on YouTube, but she's here with us today, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to Midday Live. Jenna Cole's back with us today, and she's making some really yummy recipes with peaches from Jackson's Orchard. So what have you got here?
Here we're gonna make some roasted peaches. We're gonna roast them in honey and cinnamon to get some good flavor on them. So if you want to take these peaches and put them on the baking sheet, well, I cut this one. You're just gonna take it, cut it in half.
Look how juicy these are.
They are so good.
These look amazing. I don't think I've ever roasted fruit before. I like to roast vegetables.
It turns out so good, especially if you roast them in the honey, get the good honey flavor. It's delicious. And if you put some cinnamon in there for some extra spice, turns out amazing. All right, we've got 3 peaches halved, and I took the pit out. And now what we're gonna do is we're going to first cut up the butter. We have to have the butter on it. Butter makes everything better.
Yes,
so you're just gonna take a pat of butter and put it on each peach. Just like that.
Had that sitting out so it can soften.
That way it's much easier to cut and it'll melt better in the oven. And this will help the honey spread over the peach when it's in the oven roasting. That way it gets all the honey flavor, the cinnamon flavor.
And we wanted to talk about honey today because the Black Lick Creek
Apiary is having a honey fest this Saturday at the Black Lick Creek. They're gonna have it at their honey house. She's one of my FFA friends, Catherine Woodward, is having a honey fest at her house. And she's gonna have a bunch of local vendors. I'm gonna be there. Our chapter's gonna be there selling sandwiches, and it's gonna be a great time.
It is gonna be a great time. So many vendors. I mean, the list is this long.
It's so long. And there's gonna be so many things there.
Yes.
But we have 2 tablespoons of honey here with half a teaspoon of cinnamon going into the honey. And what we're gonna do, take a little tiny whisk, again, I like little things, and whisk it up. And yes, the cinnamon does get everywhere, but it just adds to the charm, makes the whole house smell like cinnamon.
Do you remember when everyone was doing the cinnamon challenge? Did you
I was a little bit young for that, and then as soon as it came out, my mother made sure to tell me, do not do this.
Say no.
Do not.
Just say no, kids. That's all you need to know.
Now that we have our honey and cinnamon all mixed up, what we're gonna do is, I like to just take the whisk and drizzle it.
Oh, perfect.
And you don't have to be all fancy with this. You can do whatever you like. Just kind of get it all over the peach. That way, when it goes into the oven, the flavors marry into the peach, the butter melts, it gets everywhere. If you want to just pour it out with a little pour spout, you can, but I think the whisk makes it so much easier.
Right. That looks perfect. And so this is something I imagine you won't bake too long.
Not too long. It's longer than you would think. It's in a 350-degree oven for about 18 to 20 minutes, depending on how soft you like your peach. But we have some prepared over there with some Greek yogurt, whipped cream cheese, nuts, granola. It's delicious. And in a minute, we're gonna decorate our own. That way we can customize them. You can have a roasted peach bar. You could put whipped cream cheese, Greek yogurt, nuts, dried fruit, anything you want to, you can put on a peach. And if you want to, you can put some ice cream in there.
Oh my goodness, I had no idea that peaches were this versatile.
They are. You can make so many different things with peaches.
You can.
So here we have some Greek yogurt, whipped cream cheese, walnuts, granola, and pecans. And I have these 2 little cookie scoops, so you can put whichever one you like. You could do a mixture of both. You could do, I like the Greek yogurt better personally.
And what was this? I just went for it.
Whipped cream cheese.
This is whipped cream. Okay, whipped cream cheese, yes.
It's delicious.
Yes, please. I want that.
Put it on there, and I'm gonna put some walnuts on mine.
I'll do pecans.
Ta-da. And here you have your roasted peach, Greek yogurt, and pecans. It's kind of a healthy treat. You can pass it off as healthy because it's a fruit.
True.
And it's got Greek yogurt on it.
True.
You gotta justify it. Plus,
you do.
It tastes amazing.
Protein in the nuts there. So
absolutely.
Jenna, so good to see you. So you're going to be at the Black Lick Creek Apiary Honey Fest this Saturday.
I am.
9 to 3. 9 to 3 o'clock.
9 to 3.
And that's in Auburn, and we've got the address here for you, and we'll show you that. So good to see you again.
It's been good to be back.
They have missed you so much, and she's gotten so tall and getting ready to start school then.
I am on August 11th. Starts back way too soon.
And you'll be a junior.
I will.
And she's driving, and she's just growing up on us, you guys. So come out and see Jenna this Saturday. Again, that's the Black Lick Creek Honey Fest, 9 to 3, 1039 Quarry Road in Auburn. And then, as always, find her on YouTube at Jenna's Kitchen.